Today's video is kind of like a behind the scene video where I will be transforming this old palette into a cute background for my videos, especially my DIY videos and product photography. So it's going to be a little bit textured, which I don't mind. Yeah, so I was gifted this palette a while back. I wanted to transform it into a background, but procrastination took over. So now finally got the time and the willpower to take it to my local fundi so that we'll be transforming this into a really cute background. So guys, you can stay tuned to see how it turns out in the end. As you can see, this is half a palette. It's not even full. So he's trying to level up one leg of the palette because the other half is the one that has also this raised part. I don't mind it having a little bit of height. I don't need the extra height. So I am back home and this is how the wood is looking. You see, it has some holes. Here and there. I feel like I'll need to fill in the holes with wood filler before I start painting. If I don't do that, it will look kind of funny. It won't look as polished as I would love it to look. So yeah, let me go get that. But I like the character, the wood character, the knots, the grains. I love that. So I ended up getting the wood filler, and this is me trying to mix it up. The consistency should be like a pancake batter consistency so that it's not too watery and not too thick. So yeah, that's what I am doing right here, and I'm going to go ahead and fill up the holes on the palette. So this is all the wood filler that is left. You really don't need a lot, and this is how it looks when it's not yet dry, not super dry. I'm going to leave it overnight to dry, and yeah, so this is how it looks. It has some texture, but I'm going to take care of that tomorrow. So I'm just going to let it dry overnight. Right now I'm going over places where I see that they need a little bit more layering and more smoothing, because right now is the time to do any correction before the thing dries, because it does dry really nice and tight. It's like a cement, but not really. Yes, so this is the time to correct before it dries. It's the next day and this is my breakfast. some pancakes, scrambled eggs in spring onions, and a sausage. I'll be using this 120 grit sandpaper to sand down the filler so that it's nice and smooth and together with the rest of the wood. And this is how it looks once it's sandpapered down. It's nice and smooth. I'll be using a wet cloth to wipe it down and get ready for painting. For paint, I am using an oil-based paint. Originally, I did want to use a water-based paint because I wanted the characters of the wood to show, the grains, the knots. But then I remembered this is for DIY where things will be spilling all over, powders, teas, and they could potentially stain a wood, the paint, the water-based paint. So I was like, let me just do an oil-based paint where I'll be free to just do my thing, and if anything spills, I just wipe it down and we're good to go with no stains. So yeah, that was my thought process when picking out paint. And of course, white is aesthetically pleasing, so yes, that's why I picked white as well. When I was buying the paint, the person who was selling to me the paint suggested that I buy primer, and when I explained to him that I did want the character of the wood to show, he was like, oh, okay, then you don't need primer. And then I was like, yeah, no extra cost. Anyway, so now I ended up doing 3 coats of paint because I had extra paint, and I was like, there's no need to leave like kidogo paint there. How about I just do 3 coats? And this paint, funny enough, it's fast drying, so I managed to do coats in between. Like in between coats, I didn't have to wait for a long time for it to dry, which was great. After I finished the 3 layers, I did let it stand or sit overnight to dry, and yeah, so that's the whole process. So this is how it looks in front of the camera. It just needs styling with different faux plants, faux flowers, and you can play around with that. And then I'll show you behind the camera, behind the scenes, where this is how it's looking. And yeah, guys, this is the final result. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye guys.